Then a crunching right. Peter arches his back as though doing a limbo dance and evades it.
Help him, Harry!
To avoid Flash's crony, Peter flips into the air, somersaults and lands on his feet.
Which one? It's all yours, man.
Flash charges again. He fails to connect. Peter grabs his arm, then he punches Flash. The bully slides on his back down the corridor, collides with a teacher carrying a tray and ends up with more food on him. MJ looks at him in wonder. Flash's crony.
Jesus, Parker, you are a freak.
Peter, that was amazing.
Harry seems awestruck, MJ unsure, and Peter looks confused and a little frightened. He races off.
Peter!
Peter runs across a street intersection and comes to a gateway leading into an alley. He stops out of sight of the passers-by on the sidewalk and scrutinizes his wrist, where the web shot from. He then turns over his hand to examine again the swollen bite mark. He looks up and sees a spider's web woven round the coils of barbed wire above the gateway entrance. He moves his hands closer to his face. On the pads of his fingertips, barbed bristles are beginning to grow. Peter stares at the brick building behind him, then, one after the other, places his hands on the surface and starts to climb. With comparative ease, Peter scales the high-sided brick building, his fingertips almost sticking to the surface as he makes his way up. Halfway up, he stops and looks down. Peter is running across the roofs of tall buildings and leaping across the gaps between them. Two children playing with a skipping rope are oblivious as Peter launches himself into the air way above their heads. He lands on another roof and comes to a halt at the edge. Once again, he scrutinizes his wrist. Opposite him and across the road is a crane. Peter thinks for a moment, then looks from his wrist to the crane. He thrusts his arm forward towards the jib.
Go, Webb!
Nothing happens.
Fly!
Still nothing. He tries again.
Up, up, and away, Webb! Shazam! Go! Go! Go, Webb, go!
No matter how he shapes his hand, nothing happens until... out flies a column of threads. Palm uppermost, he flexes his wrist again, and another web shoots out and falls to the ground. On the third attempt, the web wraps round the jib of the crane.